Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are once again here in the Eurofighter, and we are hunting Russian bears here today. There's two of them off in the distance. They're maybe about 200 miles away, something like that, and escorted by a flight of 4 Sukhoi 30s. And now what I would like to do is launch these meteors. I'm going to try to hit the bombers only, and then I'll decide what I want to do with the fighters. But I think it'll be kind of cool to just hit the bombers without ever having to fight the fighters, right? And that may be possible due to the meteor. We'll see. That might be a little ambitious, but again, we'll see. Alright, we should be able to get something on radar. Yeah, look at this. You see this big line up here that tells me it's a large target. Way off in the distance here. Got him locked. Perfect. And that's probably a bomber. That is probably a bomber. Nice big radar signature. Got him locked. Go ahead and level out here, and then we'll send a meteor right here. And Fox 3. There it goes. Okay, we gotta hold that lock, which won't be hard. There's nobody shooting at me anyway from this distance. I'm just gonna offset. I don't want to lose my altitude quite yet because I might want to shoot another one. But I am gonna crank to the left here in order to minimize closure. I don't want to get too close to those guys because I don't want them to shoot at me. I also want more time to guide my missile. And you know, if that misses, then I have adequate time to shoot another one. So we're just going to offset slightly off to the gimbal limit of the radar, and we're just going to hold this. This whole thing kind of reminds me of the F-14 mission we did not long ago. Very similar mission description in this situation to the F-14. You know, taking off and hitting Russian bears from a very long distance. I'm sure this is a necessity no matter how good your air defense gets, because, you know, aircraft are going to be able to see much further over the horizon, and to be able to get up here at like 50,000 feet and just shoot a meteor at something that's like 200, 300 miles away is, I would imagine it's an invaluable asset to national security and air defense of any nation. Now the beauty of this whole scenario is that those Sukhoi 30s actually carry the modernized, most modern R-77, which is the M variant. It's got a tremendous amount of range, probably similar to the AMRAAM Delta, but they remain outranged by the meteor. I'm out here at like 200 miles shooting meteors at them. They haven't even come over here to engage me because they don't think I'm a threat yet. They don't think I'm close enough. Meanwhile, I've been guiding a meteor for like 10 minutes now. Now the way I know that my meteor hasn't even hit yet is that on data link all of those contacts are still tight together. I would imagine that once a meteor comes in at like Mach whatever and smokes one of those bombers, the formation's gonna split up. So that's how we'll know that that missile has made impact. I would imagine it's gonna get there any second now. Let's go ahead and relock something, because it did drop the lock. I would imagine that's because the missile hit something and the thing I had locked no longer exists. So I'm pretty sure we killed something. There's a pretty tight formation. I think that was a very tight cluster of guys there, but I think I picked out the second bomber. You can see that formation is kind of splitting up. Look at that. Everyone's flying in their own direction. As they try to like reorganize themselves. Try to lock it again just to be sure. I'm like 98% sure I have the other bomber locked up. So we'll go ahead and climb here just a little bit, and we'll shoot another meteor. Okay, Fox 3. So I know I said I was 98% sure I had a bomber locked, but I'm not entirely sure now. One of two things is true. I either have the bomber locked or the Su-30 in the front of the formation. Either way, it's a valuable asset. Who's going to die? So, you know, the flight leader of the Sukhoi escorts is going to disintegrate here momentarily, which I think should be a big moral blow to the rest of his flight. Especially since I'm pretty sure they failed at protecting the first bomber so far. So. And ideally this missile hits the bomber and not the Sukhoi, because I think it would be hilarious to just shoot the two bombers, like surgically remove the two strategic bombers, and let those Sukhois go home and have to explain why they came back without the two bombers that they were, you know, tasked to escort. I think that'd be really funny. And they gotta explain that to like the air boss in that area. You know, it's like, well, we were just flying there and then a meteor came out of nowhere and smoked the first bomber and then smoked the second one, and then it just left and we don't even know where it came from or who it was. You know, so but if they get in the way, I mean, I'll kill them too. That's their choice. We can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy way. Okay, I didn't get the bomber. Whatever I killed was not the bomber. Let me get this bomber. That's the bomber. Now I have the bomber locked. For sure. Because the formation's opened up a little bit. I can see what I'm locking now. Alright, let's go ahead and point the nose and we'll shoot a Fox 3 here. Or a meteor. Right here, looks good. Okay, Fox 3. There we go. I know maybe this isn't as exciting as, you know, dodging missiles and recommitting and shooting missiles and recommitting and defending. What this really is, in my opinion, is a good show of the capability of the meteor. And honestly, I would imagine that something like this is pretty realistic. Constantly just guiding missiles in from extreme long distances. Kind of sounds like exactly what the meteor was built for. So just defending a little lower now, because we are actually in range of those Sukhois being able to fire back at me. There you go, see? Knew it. So they did shoot at me. Those are probably R-77s. So I'm going to go cold, let the meteor try to find its own way to the target. It should be more than capable of doing that. Oh, look at that. Something big died over there. I think that's the second bomber. Okay, well, we've destroyed, from my understanding, one bomber now. Sorry, 2 bombers and 1 Sukhoi 30. So let's go ahead and recommit, because there's 2 of them left out here apparently. And I thought there should be 4, but there's only 2, so I don't know what happened to the other guy. But there's 2 in the air here, so I'm going to recommit and we'll kill these last 2 guys just to make a statement. You know, it's like everybody was wiped out. Everybody. And they didn't even present too much of a challenge. Here we go, locked. And Fox 3. And I'm going to turn away because I'm definitely in range if they recommit, which it kind of looks like they're trying to do. So I'm going to turn away, guide that missile as long as possible. But again, I far outrange anything those guys have. So, and I'm going to run back to my Patriot site after this. Alright, I'm going to recommit. Got the other guy. Second guy is going to die here in a moment. Where is he? Should be on radar here. There we go. I got him. Gotcha locked. Fox 3. And we'll defend and reduce altitude again because we are in range of him as well. Even though he's probably going to be busy defending that meteor, I don't think he's going to have the opportunity to really shoot back. But, you know, we're going to be safe anyway. Dive down to the ground. There's the first Sukhoi who died. I don't see the second guy though. But definitely confirmed 1 kill so far. And this should be the last guy. Okay, that guy's still alive somehow. I'm not really sure what happened. I think he's the only guy so far who may have defeated 1 meteor missile. So big congratulations to him. All the other meteors have hit their target, which I think is quite remarkable. But this guy somehow defeated that one, so Fox 3 again. And this one I'm going to hold all the way to impact, so unfortunately for him, he's as good as dead. I am going to defend down, reduce the altitude a little bit because I am going to stay nose hot. Just hold that lock all the way to impact to make sure he can't defeat this one. Just holding that lock. Way outside of his range now because I've reduced my altitude. And let's zoom in because yeah, I can actually see the missile streak and I can see him off in the distance and impact. That missile found him. Splash 1. Alright, that's a solid day's work, and I think a really good demonstration or, you know, example of the dominance of the Eurofighter coupled with the meteor missile.